Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Kenneth Apala. Good afternoon, Mr. Olanrewaju Yunusa. Good afternoon, Mr. Rodney. Welcome to the Realtors Forum today, 25th of September 2025, the last Thursday in the month of September, as we are about to enter into the last quarter, the last 3 months of 2025. Our year of speed and momentum. It has been an incredible year. It has been a great one. It has been an interesting journey. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So if you can hear me loud and clear, just go to the chat room and type 1. If you can hear me loud and clear, go to the chat room and type 1. I want to be sure that you can all hear me. Okay, somebody type 2. I said 1. That means the person is overhearing me. Okay, the person is hearing me from both right ear and left ear. Interesting. It's good to be here. It's good to be with us this afternoon. Okay, welcome, everyone. I hope we are all doing well. We are about to enter into the last quarter of the year, and the last 3 months of the year are usually an example of people running the race of 12 months in 3 months. So it's always full of opportunity. It's always full of excitement. The sugar rush in the last 3 months of the year is usually very high. Okay, the excitement is always very high also, right? So I want to especially welcome us into the last quarter of the year. Let me start this meeting that way. And it also comes with a lot of opportunity. And how prepared are you for that opportunity? There was a thought that woke me up. The thought has been waking me up for a couple of days right now, right? That thought, I also shared it with our staff. I shared it yesterday and also expanded on it today. And I want to just quickly start this meeting with that. See, there's really nobody that is a latecomer in the journey of life. If you get married at 20s or you get married in your 30s, when they are gathering married people, they won't say late marriage, stand on left, right. There's nothing like that. The status is you are married, right? If you become a billionaire, like Mark Zuckerberg, at the age of, it was in his 30s when he became a billionaire, or 20s when he became a billionaire. Or he became a billionaire like Colonel Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? They will say, old billionaire gather on the left, new billionaire gather. No. A billionaire is a billionaire. And having said that, really, in this age and time, one of the things that put pressure on a lot of people and define lateness is the pressure of social media. A lot of people go to social media and there's always this pressure. And the reason why this that I'm saying is quite relevant right now is because end of the year is around the corner. So you see a lot of people go on vacation, receiving reward, and you think that the reward they are receiving is the effort of January till date. No. It's actually a concept that I want to really quickly talk about in just 1 minute. Life there's something called the compound effect of life, right? The life that you are living right now is actually a cumulative effect of all the relationship you have built, all the knowledge that you have gathered, all the works that you have done, and all the works that you have refused to do, all the procrastinations, right, is actually a cumulative effect of it. So the result you are seeing, you've seen in the last 1 month, the last 2 months, right, is actually a cumulative effect of all of that. So don't put yourself under bondage in the next 3 months and trying to achieve what took your father 30 years to achieve in 3 months. Okay, don't let social media pressure put you under some of those bondage, right? Take for instance, I don't know whether you have ever seen a stone cutter before. They usually use a sharp object and something to pierce the stone. or somebody that is trying to pull down a tree, right? The first effort don't break anything. First effort never breaks anything. It's accumulation of effort, accumulation of effort, accumulation of effort. And you know, some of us are Christians here. So when I woke up this morning, there was a way God just painted this whole story to me. He said, imagine a stone cutter that slept yesterday night. Are we still together? Are we still together? If you are still with me, just type 10. Type 10 if you are still with me. Because I want to drive home a point that will probably ease a lot of stress for some people. You know, so he said, thank you very much. I'm very sure that a lot of people are with me. And the way the whole thing just came to me like a wild wind this morning was that he said a stone cutter probably was working very hard to break a stone yesterday night, and he eat the stone, and he couldn't finish eating the stone yesterday night, and he packed his tool, right? And he went to bed. And he woke up this morning with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and he went back to the same stone, right? And he hit it once, boom, and the stone split into two. And there's another person that was probably another stone cutter beside that same stone cutter that was not there a day before, right? He did not witness how the same stone cutter worked for 12 hours without getting any result, but saw this particular stone cutter first effort the following morning hit the stone, and the stone split into two, and that other guy will now be putting himself under pressure to achieve the same result. Life is all about compound effect. The most important thing is this: make sure that you are on a right journey. Make sure you know where you are going and you know you are on the right journey. Like my pastor will put it, he said, if you know that you are going to Ibadan, even if you are catwalking, one day you will get to Ibadan. So first and foremost, make sure that you face the right journey, right? You are facing the right direction, and then be doing what? Be compounding your efforts. If you started crawling, learn how to walk. If you started walking, learn how to run. If you started walking, learn how to ride bicycle, so that the speed that you are going to use to get to that your destination, you'll get there on time. You'll be able to gain momentum and speed to get into that journey. I hope I was able to help somebody this morning. In the next 2 minutes, I just want us to quickly go back to all our communities and let them know that we are live. Go back to your communities, let them know that we are live. So in the next, because of our time, I've actually eaten deep into our time, so I'll come back after OC session to be able to take announcements and something exciting. I mean, for those that have been putting a lot of effort into all that we have been doing, right? Something exciting is coming, and it's coming in October. Ahead of by the time we are going to be having our Mega Housing Summit, it's going to be mind-blowing. And also, before we bring OC on board, please, in case you have any issues at all, probably you have commission that has not been paid, or a receipt you have not picked up for your customer, or your customer is angry in one way or the other, please do well to reach out to our official numbers. And please, somebody should just drop the official number in the chat room, so that if there's any clog, any weights that will not allow you to have the best of the next 3 months, so please do well, right? Do well to reach out to any of our numbers, 0906-5747 or 0906-5737. Okay, or you can also reach out to me, right? For those that have my number personally, but I'm very sure those official numbers will attend to. You can just drop message for them, because sometimes when too many people are trying to call the same number, it's almost impossible. Okay, so please let's make that happen so that we can resolve your issue. Some of those issues that you think you have are just one phone call away from being resolved. So let's all go to the chat room as we welcome OC this afternoon. Is Osi with us?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm live. Can you hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear online, please type one. Type one if you can hear me loud and clear. Excellent. Thank you very much. I would appreciate if we can enable our videos. If we can enable our videos, I would truly appreciate that. Last week, Thursday was a bomb. It was an exceptional time. If you were on the call last week, Thursday, please just type yes. Type yes. If you were on the call last week, Thursday, type yes. Whether you were physically present or you joined online, type yes. Excellent. Whether you attended or not, I still want to recommend reach out to those official lines to get to go watch the replays. There were a lot of gems, there were a lot of instructions, there were a lot of insights that were shared. Jubril, where did you appoint me as a general? All right, thank you so much. Say General OC. All right, and then that was a very powerful illustration Mr. Okpe just gave us. Yeah, so but because of our time, I just want to quickly dive into what we are here for. Let me reiterate that the focus and the objective of this particular series is to enable us scale our income. If you did basic mathematics, I'm sure you're familiar with arithmetic progression, right? And I'm also sure that you are also familiar with geometric progression, and you most likely will also be familiar with exponential growth or progression. All right. But I think our basic mathematics and even further additional maths only ended in geometric progression. You would agree with me that the growth rate of arithmetic progression is like from one step one to two, two to three, three to four. And that is what a lot of us are doing. That is where majority of us remain. You see, you don't want to do this life alone because no one was created to operate as an island. You may start it by yourself, but you need more than yourself to succeed at it. You may conceive the vision by yourself. You may have some skills, but you don't have all skills. That's why I love the way one of my consultant friends used to say it. He said, none of us is as smart as all of us. None of us is as smart as all of us. And the reason that is so important is because no matter how good, how skillful, how competent I think I am, there are areas of deficiencies, right? There are areas of weakness. But when we team up, when we learn the place of others in that big vision, right? And everybody is playing their part, you realize that their strengths will compensate for my weaknesses, just as much as my strengths will also compensate for their weaknesses. And essentially, that means that the weaknesses of all of us will disappear, right? The challenge, however, is that everybody is trying to project their strengths and they are not collaborating with other people in their own areas of weaknesses. And so their weaknesses is so evident, is so obvious. All right. For some strange reasons, especially among us blacks, we have been built to oppose each other, to compete. It's the same rule the devil used, divide and rule, right? If you can get them to compete against one another, we will always have them under our control. That was the slave master's weapon. It's still a simple methodology that still works till today. It's the same template till tomorrow. Everywhere you find black people all over the world, We are always in opposition against each other, competing against each other. If you do wedding, my own must be better than your own. If you start a business, my own business must be bigger than your own. Everybody's, what's all those nonsense? We're just unaware of the limitation that comes by just trying to compete with others. And especially in this age and time, the times are changing. The times, in fact, the times are not just changing, they have changed. By the time you went to bed last night and now you woke up, you just realize that things are no longer the way you left them. What used to be true yesterday may no longer be true. So let's recognize that you need me, I need you. And we need reorientation. It's very easy to cast aspersions, to point fingers, accusing fingers. It's easy. It's easy to know who is not doing well, who is doing right, you know. And I'm glad Okwe mentioned that. There's a lot of make-believes. So you want to scale your income, you need more than yourself. You need leverage. You need leverage. And that's what's team building. That's what's recruiting intelligence. That's what it's about. It's leverage. It's leverage. You have maximum of 24 hours, as we've shared in time again. You can only be in one place per time. You are confined by time. You are confined by space. So what else will give you leverage? Technology and the team. In business, that's what you need. Is somebody following me at all? If you are the only strong person in your organization, in your team, anything that happens to you damages the entire system. And there are lots of businesses. If you read the book by Femi Otedola, his latest, of course, that's the only book I know he has written, but his latest release. If you read his book, you would realize one of his biggest challenge was this same issue of people. People. We need reorientation and we need to understand. So whenever we push new opportunities, new things, the few people who have a team behind them are usually the ones who scale most rapidly. And they are the ones who also earn the most. Not just earn the most and earn rapidly. They are also the ones that earn consistently. Am I communicating here? They are also the ones that earn consistently. All right, so we began looking at the fundamentals of teamwork, team building, strategic team building 2 weeks ago. And I'm not going to do any recap. I'll just go straight into what we have for today. The seventh fundamental, and like I told us, fundamentals are so critical. Any area of life where you want to gain mastery, just master the basics. Any area of life where you want to become an authority, find out the basics. And that's why we started off learning A to Z, right? Because it's the foundation for language, right? We started off with 0 to 9 because it's the foundation for calculating mathematics, arithmetic, and all of that, right? It's the same thing for any area of life, even if it is finance, it is business, it is career. Find out the basics. And once you get a hold of the basics, I'm telling you, many other things will fall in place. Many other things will fall in line. So the seventh fundamental we want to look at is teamwork is not for competition. Teamwork is not for competition, but for completion. Hello, that's why I started with all those flow of thought. Teamwork is not for competition. It is for completion. There are people who are solo-minded. They are they are just lone rangers in anything they do. They're always thinking of, who is against me? Nobody. Even if anybody is against you, look for people who align with you. Teamwork is not for competition, my people. It is for completion, to complete me, for me to complete you, for you to complete me. So think teamwork, right? It was one of the fundamental things I considered when we started our business. So you are building a business. What makes it a business is not a group of laptops, computer, office space, chair and table. It's a group of people. When you hear company, it means company of people. Are you following me? It means company of people. And you are in business and you are not building a team. You are running a risk. You are running a risk. Many people, once they don't make money, once they don't produce sales or they don't go to work, their income is paused. Once they are not making money, they are not generating any revenue, their income is on hold, is on vacation, is sabbatical. But what will ensure that the business continues is that you have built the business in such a way that it does not revolve around you alone. Am I communicating? Am I still communicating, everyone? Yeah. So this is so important. It's so critical. The first rule, after you have had an idea, you've got a vision, you've got a purpose, you've got a goal, is build a team. Jesus modeled that. Christians, you understand what I'm talking about? He was called the Son of God, the Most High himself in person, in physical body. He recognized he couldn't accomplish that mission on his own. He knew his mission on earth was to come and die. But some people need to carry on that vision. So he built a team. They were not perfect people. Because the challenge a lot of people have is, you are looking for perfect people. Are you perfect yourself? My mentor said, there are no perfect organizations. He said, if you find one, the day you join them, it becomes imperfect. He said, because you are not perfect. There are no perfect organizations. There are no perfect people anywhere. Okay? So it's not about competition. It's for completion. Right? And that was why I shared with us, and probably will still touch on that today if time permits. I was hoping I will be able to wrap up this particular series this month. But from the look of things, we may extend it because I want to make sure that whatever it is that we get is something we can immediately implement. Now, let me ask you a question. The way you are currently running your brokerage business, because you see, I want you to start seeing that business as a brokerage business. Connecting, you are brokering deal between buyer and seller. That's what you are doing. That's your business. Right? You are into arbitrage. You find buyer, you connect them to seller. Are you the only asset in your business? Are you the only one that can make things happen in your business? That will place a limit on your growth. I'm sure that all of us here are familiar with the concept of the law of diminishing return. It's an economic term, but I don't want to explain the law in that sense, but just to drive home my message. You see, at some point, your energy will diminish. Your passion will diminish. Even your appetite will change. Hello, do I have a witness in the house? When you were in your 20s, as a teenager, the things that matter to you, do they still matter to you now that you are in your 40s or your 50s? Can I see your hand? It no longer matters. So there will be love, there will be diminishing energy, diminishing passion, diminishing strength. I was listening to a program, I saw a video, short clip of Yewande Zacchaeus or something. Yewande Zacchaeus, yeah. I've heard about her before, but today was the first time I'll be listening to something she said. It was very powerful. And she said, that she was speaking at Tara's event, an event she hosted recently. And she was sharing how that She came from the corporate environment. She was the company secretary for EcoBank for 14 years. She worked in a law firm, and she had a total 18 years of work experience in corporate. And so by the time she was starting her events management company, she was not coming to start a business, for fun. She was coming to build something that would outlive her. She was coming. Who does not want to associate with things that they know can thrive, whether this person is there or not? Who does not want to? How many of you have had JP Morgan? Do you think the person is still alive? How many of you have had Charles Schwab? How many of you have heard of Wells Fargo, First Bank, Zenith Bank? For some strange reason, we know Jim Ovia founded it, but if the guy died, the business didn't continue. If at all we don't know anything, we know of GT Bank. The co-founders are no longer even in the business anymore. I don't even think they have as much shares as the people that are there now. But is the business still continue? That is what that's the way you should be thinking about the business. So she said something that was very powerful. She said that she called that every year they have a strategy retreat. And in those strategy retreats, as small as the team was, from the highest ranking person to the lowest ranking person, the discussion is usually centered around, among other things, is what will happen if I am not there? What will happen when I'm not on ground, when I'm no longer here? And they weren't planning that from the standpoint that she's dying soon. They were planning that because she was not going to remain in the business. Let other people continue it. And that mentality only comes when you are team-oriented. You need team spirit. A lot of us don't have that team spirit. That's why we find it difficult to collaborate. That's why we are limited. Everything is about me, myself, and I. You can't go far that way. You can't share. Everything, the commission is my own, 15%. I want to collect my 15% commission. Uncle. All these 15%, it is when you alone work that you will make it. Agreed. But what happens when you don't work? You now lose 4% that can come from like 100 people. Do you know 4% from 100 people is 400%? Hope you know that with 4% in multiple places, you will ultimately earn more than those 100 people individually. Listen, 10% of 1 billion is better than 100% of 1 million. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. The reason a lot of us have not possessed the part of 1 billion is because you are holding on to your 100% of 1 million. It's my company. What's those nonsense? I started it with my sweat. No problem. Run it with your sweat. Remain on the same level. Listen, how many of you really want to grow? You want to really go far? Let me see your hand, please. Just wave at me. You want to really, really, really go far. Embrace team spirit. Embrace team spirit. You see, I know it's a tough one because a lot of us have been conditioned. If you grew up in a polygamous home, you're already against yourselves. Your default setting is war. Who understand what I'm talking about? Omo bakan, step brother, step sister, half sister, half brother. All those things already created war in your mind. So your default programming, your default setting, the way you have been programmed is, don't know what are they up to now. They are using jazz, they are using dark magic against you. I think it was, we were discussing somewhere and then somebody said, devil is after you. What will be his reward? What will be his trophy? That, okay, devil has now finally caught up with you. What will be his achievement that he caught up with you? He will now leave Putin. You leave Donald Trump, leave Daddy Gio, you leave Ashiwaju Bola. If the devil succeed with you, what has he accomplished? It's overestimation of self, to think that you have accomplished anything, that the devil is after you. After you as what? They will not even sing. They will not even. Anyways, my point, I hope you got it. I hope you got the point. I hope you got the point. You need more than yourself. Learn to trust. Listen, I know, because sometimes the people you are also trying to team up with, if they have that virus in them, they may also be sabotaging something that can help all of us. So, which is why this type of conversation is very important. And that is also why that's the reason why a lot of people do not want to enter into any team work whatsoever. So this is what I recommend. And this is my principle. It's my life principle. You know, it is give everyone a benefit of doubt, a benefit of doubt until they prove otherwise. But don't carry the failure of one and transfer it to others. That's my principle. That's my life principle. All this feeling that this one, the way it's looking, it looks gentle, but this guy, the venom inside this guy will be very, very dangerous, will be very poisonous. And then, especially those ones that they call themselves Christian that look very holy. You just say, hey, from experience, you say, ah, man, are you sure this guy? Give benefit of doubt. Okay? And let me tell you this, tests. Hello? My mentor will say, trust but verify. Part of the team building is, give assignments, give responsibility. Who is coming back with results? Who is coming back with response? Who is taking action? Some people, you will need to develop them. You need to help them grow. Okay? Which is why we put this together. You know, the interesting thing about this team that we say everybody should build is that we are going to be building it together. Imagine you are on this call right now and all your team members are on this call. Do you think they will draw value in what I'm sharing right now? Do you think that will help your team to grow further? Absolutely. We don't realize that the more people we help achieve what they want, the more we achieve ours. A friend of mine reached out to me almost 2 years ago, and he had attended my events, bought my books, and sometimes we'll get on call, we speak for 2 hours, just picking my brain on different issues of life and all of those things. He had been so warmed up to me that anything he wants to do, he wants to bounce it off with me first. So one day he reached out to me and said, there's this something that he's thinking about. Am I interested? And I said, why not? So it's a team. So he's the central person. But guess what? He's the central person in the team. So I now realize that nobody is willing to take leadership of the team. Everybody is wishing and hoping that somebody will do what nobody is going to do. And then we're just gathering 2 hours, 2 years. So one day I thought it within myself. I said, come. I said, what is missing right now for this particular group is not vision. We have clear vision, clear objective, everything documented. I said, but what is missing right now is leadership. And it takes courage. So nobody wants to take decision on behalf of everybody. And so we are just stagnant. We just talk. So you know what I did? I put a call to him and said, I have something to discuss with you. Let me know when you'll be available. Cut the long story short, we had a conversation. Because I wasn't thinking of myself alone. You can be part of a group. I've shared with you before the difference between a group and a team. Some of us are just numbers. We are not members. I don't know why I'm going this particular direction. This is really not, I'm supposed to have been done with this next one and then move to the next one. But I hope you are getting something here, which is really the value of me seeing people. When I see faces, it helps me, it pulls some more things out than I originally planned. Please and please, be a member, not just a number. Be active. How can we make this thing work better? You see, you just find a lot of people join this, join that, they are everywhere, but they are not active. They are all over the place. They themselves now are confused. And what you don't even realize that all the people that are supposed to have bought from you or do business with you are also confused, like yourself, because they don't know what you represent anymore. um, I have a lot of things. A lady I got to, I was introduced to me through a friend of mine, a mutual friend, reached out to me a couple of months back and then invited me to join one webinar. And the way she does it is like, she sends me this thing, like when it is 30 minutes to, I say, how can you just send me webinar to join a webinar that is happening in 30 minutes? As what? I'm not a jobless man. I've got plans and I've got my schedule. So I won't join. So one day I just said, let me even join one of those very late in the night. So I did. I said, they make some sense, make sense, but it does not align with my where I'm going. So anytime she sends me anything, I'm not responding. Guess what? I had to archive her. Sometimes she calls, I don't pick. And I'm telling you now so that you understand. I don't pick. I didn't block, I just archive. Say any message. So only for me to receive a call. This was even yesterday. And then guess what? Everything, she's done everything. Anything goes. She's here, she's there, she's in this, she's in. I say, oh, God. Yesterday, she said she knows that I'm a financial expert. That she's now part of an insurance group. And then she wants me to use my influence to get people to. I just said, I've had. Do you think I will respond? So many of us are scattered. The people you are trying to bring into your team, is there a focus? Is there a clear objective? Once there's a unified vision, because that's how you build a team. And hopefully we'll touch on that. My time is really fast spent, but I hope we got something from all I shared so far. Teamwork is not for competition, it's for completion. Deal with the virus, deal with your trauma. Many people are not married today, and even if they were married, they're still not a team, right? Let me tell you something. There is nothing that can be greater a blessing than to be married to someone that is your team member. For those of you who are single, think twice before you leap. That you have a united spirit, you have united faith. Nothing can disarm you, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter how broke or poor you may appear right now. May you never marry your enemy. Where you are talking north, she is talking south. May that never be your own portion. Where your agenda is always in opposition with our agenda, or his agenda is always in opposition with your agenda. There's a that's a big problem. You don't have no value alignment whatsoever. I hope you know that there are men that once the wife is making more money than them, their self-esteem is already brushed, is already in comatose. They are already angry. If your people succeed, tell me, this is our joy. It should be your joy. Anyways, I've shared all these things. So let me share this one more. Let me just give one more, and then maybe next month we then go into the recruiting intelligence proper. Everybody won't buy into your vision. It's one fundamental you must recognize. No matter how handsome you think you are, no matter how strategic you think you are, you have your kind. And you ultimately would attract your kind. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. There are people, because they don't speak certain languages, they can never, nobody else who doesn't speak that language will connect with them. Almost of the properties we have acquired out of Lagos, out of the Southwest, we had to use people who understood the language of the people we are buying from. Abi, Mr. Okpe? We had to share the vision in the language of the people that we're going to buy from. And we had to use people to do that. So understand that not everybody won't buy into your vision. What is then my responsibility? What's then your responsibility? Your responsibility is to build a team out of those who have bought into your vision. You see, in building a team, you need a vision because, like I've shared time and time again, nobody really follows anybody. They follow the vision. They follow the vision. And we need to constantly be articulating the vision. Let me give you an example. Lifepage is a real estate company. We are in the business of making lives richer. Our vision is to develop 1 million homes across Africa and America by 2041. I just recently ran the numbers. I realized I'll be 70. No, I'll be 60 at that time. Yeah, I'll be 60. No, is it 60? Yeah, I'll be 60 now. Yeah, I'll be 60 by then. You share that vision. Now, some people, now waiting they go chop now. They talk 2041. They are not going to be interested in you. In fact, the more of that vision you are sharing, the more they disconnect from you. Every time you are talking training, program, packaging, different, they just get disconnected. Say, training life a journey. Now, training we go chop. That's what they will say. When you are making recommendation, book recommendation, you are saying, okay, we need to have a strategy retreat. Say, kilo to joku say. So not everybody will buy into your vision. Recognize that it will help you, it will strengthen your conviction, and it will help your self-esteem. Rejection is personal. It's a reflection of somebody's opinion. It's not a reflection of how useless. It doesn't describe you. It doesn't describe you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And you have to be comfortable with that. But what you now look out for is, who are the people that buy into your vision? Build a team out of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then train. The only way you can align culture, align values, align beliefs, align faith is training. Either you facilitate the training yourself or you bring external facilitators to facilitate for you. It's all part of it. Do we understand? I will stop here and reiterate the importance of our next major event for the year, called Mega Housing Summit. A Mega Housing Summit is going to be happening October 25. And I need each and every one of us to brace up for impact, fasten your seatbelt. And if you, Ope said something earlier, talking about the guy that is trying to break the rock, after much effort, each day he'll go back to bed, go and recuperate, then come back again, continue the work. But it's not, eventually the rock will break, the rock will crack, but it's not the first effort that broke it. There are efforts we have made in the past that is producing now. The question is, what effort are you making now that will help you crack your own rock tomorrow? That will help you break your own rock tomorrow? And one of the things that we have studied pattern in our business long enough to understand what are the catalysts for growth, catalysts for sales, catalysts for income. And we recognize so early that events are one of our major catalysts. Site inspections is one of our major catalysts. Recruiting is also one of the catalysts. So even people who are not articulate in our business, even people who do not know how to sell in our business, have made tremendous amount of income. I will never forget this young lady that was a member of our team at a point in time. She used to have a shop. I don't even know who recruited her. She used to have a shop somewhere in Abule Egba years ago. And she'd sell drinks, and she has cooler and all of those, has small deep freezer and all of that. And then somewhere along the line, she joined our business, and all she did was just drag people into the program. Just come and hear. Come and hear. That's all she was doing. Those days we didn't have, it was not online, it was physical. She would just go and drag people. She was so passionate about it. And from the income she started making, she thought to herself that even if they sell that shop, sell everything inside, it can't give her the income she was making. So she told herself, she locked up that shop and major on the business. Listen, we have a treasure, we have an asset, we are sitting on a gold mine, and many of us are not, may not be appreciative of today. But I want to recommend, do the very best. Get at least 100 people into that event. How many did I say? 100. At least 100. Just make sure 100 people show up in that. For you, I mean, you. Now imagine that you have 10 other people that also bring in 100 people. 2026 is sorted for you. Do you know how many businesses are in Nigeria and that do not have 100 customers in 10 years? So many. So make it a priority. I'll stop posting land on my WhatsApp status. It's the event. Just come and hear. Come and taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and see. Just come and taste and see. So there are people who have never heard us before. And now I will tell you this. There are two things that this event does. It establishes our authority in the market. Two, it also establishes credibility. And if you combine those two, you have won. And you know, on the back of that one, we make presentation of all our offers. Who gets the credit? Who gets the commissions? We all will get our commissions. Now, how many people do you know should not only attend our program, but should enroll to become a partner? We're having the next Realtors Connect, because all this teamwork thing that we're talking about now is so that you can build a team, a formidable team. There is no better season. The seasons where people make the most money are the seasons of our event. I know so. I know that from our records. Am I correct, Mr. Okpe? We know. Seasons when we don't host events in the manner we are planning to do now, it's usually a season of wilderness for a lot of people. Now, there are people who are hearing this for the first time now, and you are sitting down, you are wondering, what is he saying? Just try and get 100 people into that room. Make it your primary target. And so this Saturday, we are hosting our month. We host this every month. It's also part of the effort we are helping to, we put in place to help all our partners to get to build their teams. So we are hosting Realtors Connect this coming Saturday. I've told my people that, see, let's not be bothering, because you see, what we are telling you to do, we are doing it too. But a lot of us are not taking advantage of it because I understand where some of us are coming from. So you can go on your portal, on your dashboard, copy your referral link, use it to get people for Mega Housing Summit. Copy your referral link. Make sure they use that link to register. That's what matters the most. Though. Any business they do with Lifepage till eternity, you will continue to earn your commission. Are you following me at all? If they decide to become a partner in the company, they automatically come under you. Are you following me at all? That's how you build, economic infrastructure for your business, by building a team. You don't need to hire the office. You don't need to build this software. You don't need to pay staff salary. You don't need to. This is the primary focus on it. How many of you have attended some of our events before? Do we bring value? Let that inspire you to get people to come in. And on the back of that, people will. So Realtors Connect is the opportunity to recruit, is to build your team. So do everything you can to mobilize people into that session. The last cohort of the Realtor Mentoring Program will be happening this year. Will be starting next October 7th. And it's a very special one because I've not been live on this training, and it's probably going to be the last one for this year and the last one for a long time, except I'm called to do some other things. So I want to recommend, if you are on this call and you want to develop new skills or you want to sharpen just a crash program, enroll as well. Enroll, just reach out to those numbers, 0906-000-5737 or 0906-000-5747, and then enroll. 20K, no go kill you. You think you know something, you need a refresher. Some of us need refresh. Some of us, we need to press the refresh button, and it will go a long way in helping you. Now, all the people who come for Realtors Connect on Saturday, the goal at the end of the day is to move them to register for Realtor Mentoring Program. So do well to attend Saturday, not just attend, bring people. Fridays, many of us already know, we host the real estate conversation. If you have prospects, we are just not stopping it because
Okay. Unmute me. Okay. I hope we can all still hear me. We had a network issue. Am I unmuted? Sorry,
I
we
didn't
had
know what
network.
happened though.
The rain just started here, so and
What happened?
it was a network issue. I hope we can hear me now.
The network issue now locked you out and locked me out too.
Oh. Oh.
I think Zoom is having problems though.
I think Zoom. I think Zoom. Yes, I think Zoom is having
Because
problem.
I'm seeing two OCs right now.
You can hear me.
Apollo.
You
Okay,
can
we
also
actually thought it was network issue here because the thing just froze and we
Okay.
were locked out.
Okay, I was making an announcement. I don't know what the last thing anybody heard me say.
Okay, I think the last thing I had there was we were talking about the last edition of RMP that will be happening by October 7th.
Okay, starting October 7th, and it's a 6-week program. So everybody should do everything you can to be a part of it, if you can. But more importantly, is to get your new team members into that room. Are you getting what I'm talking about? I mean, just corroborating the things that we've shared. Then we have the real estate conversation. The real estate conversation is designed to help you sell to your prospects, right? Educate them so they can make informed decisions. And then ultimately, when somebody hears all these questions, gets all the clarifications, they make their decisions. And it has been helpful for a lot of us. And during the Mega Housing Summit, there's going to be some bombs. How many of you are already aware of our book that is coming up? We'll be launching on that day. It's also going to be a major bomb. So watch out for it. The book is rich, as in otaleno. You know what they call otaleno? Means it's spicy and sweet. So over to you, Mr. Okpe. If you have any question, please let's take the questions right now.
Okay, I think it's just question now because OC has touched on all the announcement. Let me just put it that way.
It's not all the announcement, but I know what I'm talking about. So let's just focus on, if you need more information about products or whatever, everything is available on your dashboard. Many of us don't log onto our dashboards. Go there and check what's available. Look, you see the prices, and if you have any questions or inquiry to make, feel free to reach out to our customer success lines on 09060005737, 09060005747, and you'll be glad you did. So please, let's take questions if you have any questions.
Okay, so there's one of the announcement that you mentioned, and I couldn't join last week, but it was also mentioned last week about anybody that wants to run ad specifically for
Mega Housing Summit.
Mega Housing Summit. So
Yeah.
what we have decided to do, because our team is, we are our team are busy and all of those things. But this opportunity now we are extending it again. So please, I'll be the one to even take you personally on the hard. So if you want to run hard, all you just need to do is send OPE to 0906005737. Don't sell it to 47. No, the 47 number is already filled up already. So 0906005737 OPE. Don't send message to me because you have my number. Because it will be at my own pace. So I'll be picking. I think I've sent message to one person already now, and you must be serious. Make sure you have money. You have what? I'm not going to open Facebook for you. Make sure you have Facebook already. Make sure you have Instagram, and make sure that you have linked your Facebook and Instagram together before you send that number out, so that will not be starting with ABC and 1, 2, 3. No, understand board mass already before you come. So please.
So if
Okay,
I understand you well, Mr. Okpe, what you are simply saying is that marketing department is already overwhelmed. They can't take more people. So Mr. Okpe himself wants to help you to set up your campaign. Now, I know even this one when they talk, so I'm wondering, where would you have the time to do it? So I'm giving you the criteria. If you need assistance, you need people beyond those you already know. This is how it can be done also. Get them. It's a free event. Just get them to join the next, and then send OPE, just as I said, to 0906005737. And then, but make sure that you have your Facebook and Instagram linked together. Make sure that you have a WhatsApp number. Make sure you have all the basic things. And then
exactly.
Yeah, somebody's asking this question here. It says, sir, it's the real estate book that will be launched? Yes, sir, Mr. Christian. Yes, what price should I plan ahead? Don't worry about price. Don't worry. It's a massive book and it's revolutionary, right? Let me say this up front. Let me just say this. I've been into real estate investments for 21 years, and I've done real estate business now full time. So if I add part of that 21 years is investing, is being a broker or a realtor, and part of it is also being into the business. So you can see my transition. So, and I'm still an investor. I'm still all of these things till date. All the things we've been sharing for years, right, are the things that we have packaged in that book. If there's anything I know Okpe is a very, very focused man, and real estate has been the priority, has been the main thing. And he himself has been sharing things, and we have field experience. This is not theory, it's not grammar, it's real, rich material. So that's what we have packaged in this book. If you know anybody in the world, right, you would notice that when I talked about our vision has slightly expanded. The vision is to develop 1 million homes across Africa and America. So you see that America was not there before. It has expanded. So this book speaks to any of these two continents. And I use continent because really, America is a continent. It's a continent of some sort, even though it's a country, but it's a continent by all standards. So that book is going to really be of tremendous value to anyone. Anybody you want to sell anything to, you want to sell real estate to, if they read the book and it is the company of the people that run the company that wrote that book, and you are working with that company too, they will buy from you. I guarantee you on that. The book is so practical, it's so with stories, with examples, with experiences, rich. It's not an academic book. If you want to sit for bikini title lands of your estates of your and valuers, there's a body. So it's not for you to get certification, it's for you to make smarter real estate investment choices and decisions and create wealth. So just don't worry about the money issue. Get into that room, and then we'll be announcing it. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. In the first 90 days of the book release, we are targeting just 100,000 people to get the book, as in to have the book in their hands. Yeah, that's how small the vision we have is. Because if you want to do 1 million homes, at least let's start with 100,000. Abi, let's start with putting the book in the hands of 100,000 people, and then we can scale from there. Is the RMP program going to be live? It's going to be live online. It's going to be live online. So, and it's going to run for 6 weeks, every Tuesday from October 7th all the way to November, all the way to second week in November. Please note that we also have the Real Estate Academy. In fact, this book, the first aspect of the book is for, so let me say it. I think I should explain it here. It's very important. This book, the first part of this book that we are launching is for people who want to invest in real estate. Whether they are novices, this book will explain, will break things down for them, right? Whether they have done real estate business, they have gotten their fingers burnt, this book will be of tremendous value to them. And then those who are risk takers, they've lost money, they've made money, but they are still, this book will still be of tremendous value to them. So Real Estate Academy, this is the textbook for Real Estate Academy. Do you understand? It's the textbook. So I say textbook, not in an academic, from an academic standpoint, right? But just for people to understand that. And then the other part of the book is for people like us who want to make money from brokerage, from being a realtor and all of that. That's the second book. That one is not public. It's only for people who are serious and want to make money, a lot of money. And that's going to be the textbook for realtor mentoring program. Do we understand? The book is waiting we vomit. Mr. Okpa and I wrote the book, not be only me write them. The thing where we vomit inside that book is unbelievable. And it's a world-class, it's a global book. So watch out for more details as we meet from time to time. Thank you so much, Mr. Tim Tokobafemi. NISSV. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. How the book will be nice. Okay, yeah. So I hope the book will be on Amazon. Oh, certainly, most certainly. Yeah, it's a global book. We are going to go on tour with the book. I mean, it's a movement. Our 1 million homes movement is with that book. That's how we are going about it. So it's a serious campaign. So some of you may want to join us on those tours. So we will announce 2026 na tour, and it's with that book. So, but the first 90 days, we want to first reach 100,000 people first. Then after that, we'll move on to the next agenda. We'll communicate the details later on for those of you who may want to. And then some of us will just need to buy as many copies. You see, buy the number of copies of the customers you want to acquire. I just gave you a strategy now. Buy the number of copies of the number of team members you want to recruit. That is a simple formula. Well, Mr. Agbo, over to you. I don't know if I'm making sense.
See, the way you were explaining the book, even me, I'm looking forward to buy the book.
No. Is it not the truth?
Yes,
it's the truth. No, we're not packaging it.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think, do we all have any other question? If there are no any other questions, then we'll see tomorrow at the real estate conversation by 7 p.m. The real estate conversation, like it has been said, is not just for you to attend. In fact, it's not for you to attend. It's for you to bring your prospective customer. Okay? So I think that will be all from our hand here. So let's do well to have a great and wonderful afternoon. And let's action. So don't forget, you want to run ad for specifically for Mega Housing Summit, just send OPE to 0906005737. $5737.